Welcome to the crown chakra. You have finally arrived at your destiny. Yes, it is true that all souls have a destiny, and the destiny is to open up the crown chakra. That is your place of final enlightenment. Through all the lower chakras and rising up into the higher chakras, eventually all that kundalini energy that has been coiled around the base of the spine has finally raised up, and now it is coming out of your head. Let me say that after you open up your crown chakra, this is truly where you experience life as a precious gift on earth. This is why I can have a different spiritual path than others, but I am able to understand that there's a divine interconnection to even that, and I see all things as connected. When you awaken into your violet chakra, you truly are someone that is able to understand the deeper wisdom behind the universe and behind the world. Now, of course, we may not know everything, but we are able to understand that there are some things that are in our power and in our control, and there are others that are not. And it takes wisdom to know what are the things that you can control and deal with, and how you can effectively react to them. How can you respond to the things that you cannot control? And this is where you start to allow yourself really to get in touch with that true inner peace. I have my personal experience of awakening into crown chakra about, I would say, 2 years ago or so. All beings, whether they are extraterrestrial souls or Terran souls on Earth, will go through the time of forgetting, remembering, and awakening. And so, whether you are a starseed or not, you also will go through the same trials and the same obstacles of learning how to move out of the lower chakras into the higher consciousness. This is because whenever a spiritual soul enters into a material world, you truly are someone that is becoming more physical. Your reality around you is becoming more dense. You came from a perfect state of being, of creation. There is no one like you in the entire universe. That in itself is a precious gift. And once your crown chakra is opened, you actually do feel a true connection to the divine. And you feel not only a connection to the divine, but you feel a connection to everyone because you feel a connection to the divine. This is when a person really starts to feel that divine connection within. And they learn that everything is immaterial in reality. And the way that you respond to certain events and the way that you live your life will cause both blessings and joy, but also suffering and pain. And when the crown chakra is opened, you actually have more control over your life. It truly is a blessing to step into this path. There are some things that will annoy me, of course, and frustrate me, but it's very difficult for me to get very upset. Now I just have compassion for those that act out in ignorance or evil because they simply have not awakened to their higher states of consciousness. So much like how Frodo, after he journeyed and brought the ring to Mordor and was able to get rid of the ring and stop the spread of darkness, you as well have your journey to go through. And once you get to the crown chakra, you are truly able to rest in peace and in bliss. This is why you can now step on the boat and travel into the undying lands. You have become truly united with your spiritual self. Your physical soul is now united with your spiritual soul, your subtle body. The marriage of these two will actually allow you to meet your twin flame in this lifetime, because they are reflecting that work that you have put in order to reach that state of enlightenment. And they will reflect back all of that divine love that you receive from the Creator, from nature around you, but you will get it back in a physical way in which that you can have conversations with them, you can go out, and they can teach you so much more about yourself and really be able to dig further, deeper into the path of discovering yourself. This truly truly is the path that everybody wants to eventually get to. This is the destination of enlightenment. This is where all the bodhisattvas, Buddha, Jesus, all the ascended masters and spiritual teachers have arrived at. This is the place where nothing can break your spirit or break you down on this world. You are a true, strong, spiritual warrior, and you are calm and you are patient, and you understand because you have a deeper understanding about things in the world in this state of consciousness and awareness and connection to the divine. This chakra is the 7th chakra, and it correlates to the violet color because that is the highest frequency of waves that humans are able to see as color coming from the white light spectrum. So it is called the violet chakra in short, but its Sanskrit name is Sahasrara, which is a really beautiful name, and it almost sounds kind of elvish. This is the point of 1,000 petals. This is the point where on your crown you wear, on the top of your head, you wear a crown of a beautiful lotus flower with 1,000 petals. This is why it's called the crown chakra, because out of your body, the lotus opens and it forms a crown at the top of the head. You are able to receive divine information. As soon as I came into the violet chakra, I started getting outside information, outside of myself, from higher dimensions and consciousness. This is why I created this channel. I did not create this channel until I reached violet consciousness. I decided to help everybody achieve this state of peace and bliss because I know, and I experienced it, that I can. Things happen in my life, people still try to hurt me, or things happen, but I can see it from a different perspective, from a higher perspective that does not allow me to get upset and stressed and depressed and even really angry. I've really learned how to let things go. And I plan on living the rest of my life in this state that allows me to truly transcend this material world and all of the worldly events that are happening around me. I can continue on my journey being a peaceful, happy person and doing what I can to help others. Once your crown chakra awakens and opens up, then you can decide, do you want to give back what the universe has given to you? Do you want to give back what the Creator has allowed you to live your life and express yourself as a physical being, knowing fully that you are a spiritual being? This is where that decision happens, and this is when a lot of light workers are turned on into duties and missions, and they start to actually take on different projects and things like that. Indigo consciousness is definitely where the world awakens to higher truths and gets in touch with their intuition. Violet consciousness is applying that, and in the actual real physical life that you live. This is what the Jesus teachings were all about, and the Buddhist teachings were all about. This is that higher state of living in which you literally give your shirt off your back to another that is cold, tired, and poor, and does not have a shirt of their own. Because you know deep down inside that you are never lacking and you are never without. You are connected to the divine, and you also have this wisdom to understand that as you give your shirt to another, you are helping another rise into the higher states of their selves, and in turn it fills you with joy and bliss, and then you start to receive more blessings and joyful experiences within your life. It is completely a reciprocal nature within the crown chakra. It also is a place where all of the other consciousness, the lower dimensions of chakras, such as the root, the sacral, the solar plex, it all comes back around. So it's this actual circle, this loop of energy that radiates outward, and it comes back through the body and then out of the top of the head and back through the body and out of the top of the head. And that is the divine spirit within you. And as you walk around, you have this glow about you and this happiness, and people wonder what that is. It is very contagious to see someone in the crown chakra. I am very happy to actually report some observations on humanity. There are many people awakening into the violet chakra at this moment in time. I created one of the very first Facebook groups about Christ consciousness, the violet chakra, and I am so happy to say that members are flooding in daily. So it's truly an amazing thing to see that so many humans are actually awakening into this place. And this is the place where we actually truly apply the divine information that everything was given to us through the lower chakras, the higher chakras, and now it's all going to be synthesized, and you are going to be able to apply it to your life. You are going to live a happier, more peaceful, tranquil life. Things will happen. You will experience bad things and things that can be seen as negative. And you will also experience those that are in the lower states of consciousness that are unaware of themselves. But you are able to have compassion and forgiveness towards them. And this is the place where Jesus and other bodhisattvas and spiritual masters have ascended to, is a place of forgiveness and mercy towards those who are blind. They have not learned yet all of their wisdom and the consciousness that they actually have deep inside. They have not realized their divine nature yet. So you must have compassion for those individuals that are still, in essence, asleep. They are not awakened to their divine nature within. So this is truly the chakra where you start to truly allow things to exist, allow diversity to exist, and nothing truly ever really bothers you. You can have your own personal path, you can experience your own life, your own thoughts, your opinions, your ego identity can be there, but you also are connected to everything in the universe. You are connected to the cosmos, you are connected to every soul on earth, you are connected to the elemental spirits, you are connected to the spirits unseen. It is an unbelievable place of self-realization and enlightenment. And this is the place that you have been rewarded with once you go through all of the hard work that you have gone through throughout your life in order to unblock those areas. So now you may take a walk onto the boat and sail off into the undying lands where your spirit can never be broken and you can never truly die. You now are truly an immortal being living on earth, and you understand that your energy, although your body, your physical vessel may die and may get old, it does not kill the spirit. The spirit is everlasting. And at Crown Chakra, you truly understand this, and you see yourself as one with the Creator consciousness. And this allows you to make your choices now in order to live out your life in a more peaceful, tranquil, happy place. And I wish that for everyone. And this is what my channel is all about, is actually moving up the ladder of consciousness within you, getting in touch with nature, and truly reaching that point of higher enlightenment. I wish that for everybody. I see the true divine light in all souls, and I hope that everybody soon awakens to their own divine light. And this is what's going to bring more peace to your life. So namaste and namaste.
As you watch the image before you and imagine yourself stepping onto that boat and onto that ship, sailing off into a better life, a more peaceful, tranquil state than you have been in, I would like to read something to you from an actual website on the Vedas. The Sahasrara chakra encompasses the crown of the head where all chakras of the subtle system are integrated. When Kundalini passes through the top of the head, at the frontal area, your realization is manifested. It is a promised land where absolute freedom and truth is granted. The beginner of this journey receives self-realization at the start with the rising of the Kundalini. Usually only a few strands rise at first, and the chakras will only open slightly. Meditation and other simple techniques provide daily opportunities to gradually cleanse and clear the chakras, enabling more strands of the Kundalini to rise. Your ability to feel vibrations will increase, and vibrations will play a daily role to determine right decisions from wrong, and to feel conditions of others, to ascertain the truth, and to develop a wise discretion. Feel nature and heal oneself and other beings, and solve problems, and much more. Wisdom doesn't mean that you know how to argue things or you fight with people. No, it doesn't mean that. Wisdom means how you take to the good side of everything and to enjoy it. This is wisdom, and that you avoid all destructive things and take to something constructive. The opening of the violet chakra is the very special gift to humankind. Through years of selfless service and very hard work, you will see that the Divine Spirit has ceaselessly circled the globe to bestow on mankind the most benevolent spiritual power ever known. The lotus flower is a symbol in both the Hindu and Buddhist traditions. It is nurtured, grows, and emerges in muddy waters. It blooms where there is no clarity. The beauty of the lotus is unique to its environment, which appears dirty and lacks vibrancy. When you reach the unfurling of the seventh chakra, you emerge through the confines of the physical body, the ego, mind, and intellect. You even push beyond the individual soul that ties you to samsara, which is the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. You are freed from the shackles of desire, and white light surrounds your body, and you appear to stand out in your murky surroundings.